The world is changing rapidly, and we're about to witness an entirely new economic system. Right now, the stock market operates 5 days a week during fixed trading hours. If you want to buy shares of a company listed in Tokyo while sitting in London, you're navigating different exchanges, clearing systems, regulations, and currencies. Even today, settlements can take up to 2 days. Now imagine that same asset is on-chain. It can trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and a settlement happens in seconds or minutes maximum. Ownership is transparent and verifiable on-chain. Anyone with an internet connection can participate, and far fewer intermediaries exist between the buyer and the seller. That's not a hypothetical analysis. This is already happening. BlackRock's tokenized treasury fund, BUIDL, has pulled in just over $2.5 billion since its launch in 2024, with over $10 trillion under management. They're not dabbling. These are big boys hiring across the US and Asia, specifically for tokenization strategy. And their 2026 outlook names crypto and tokenization as one of the major driving themes across markets in unprecedented ways. And it's not just BlackRock. JP Morgan launched a tokenized money market fund on Ethereum. The tokenized real-world asset market went from about $5 billion in 2022 to over $24 billion by 2025. And projections from Citi and BCG and others put it somewhere between 4 and 6 trillion by 2030. The infrastructure of finance is being rebuilt, and most people in traditional businesses are just sitting back and watching it happen from the outside. The reason everything is moving on chain is simple. It's faster, cheaper, more accessible than what we've been using for the past 100 years. Traditional capital markets have worked, but they've been built on systems before technological innovations of this level have existed. A company in Dubai can raise capital from an investor in Singapore in minutes. A real estate developer can fractionalize ownership of a resort and let thousands of people earn yield from it. World Liberty Finance is already doing this, tokenizing loan revenues from a developing resort in the Maldives, merging real estate with traditional finance, while the rest of the world is still figuring out what on-chain even means. What we're seeing right now is the beginning of what I like to call the bulldozing of barriers to capital markets. The real question isn't whether your industry will be affected, it's whether you'll be ready when it is. So, if you're running a business, managing a fund, or sitting on a board, and you haven't started thinking about what on-chain means for your operations, your competitors already have. That's not a scare tactic. This is just where the money is flowing. And at Benzimra Co, we exist to fulfill that gap by removing the uncertainty, removing the risk. Whether you're a bank exploring tokenized products, a fund looking for on-chain yield, or a business that knows the world is shifting and doesn't know where to start, that's where we come in. We sit at the intersection between the traditional economy and the on-chain economy, and we make sure that you get across safely. We've done this for protocols, for institutions, for founders who have had a vision but have needed the right partner to make it real. So, if you want to stay ahead of what's coming, follow Benzimra Co, where we'll be breaking down the risks, the opportunities, and the real mechanics of going on-chain. We're honing in on the expertise from people who are actively doing this every day. We're on a mission to take on-chain businesses from zero to universal.